Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my political and economical sharing that I usually do by using my secondary channel. Today, I am going to talk about mass media as a way or as a structure to manipulate people, and at the same time, as a structure to keep the social status and to be used and to use people to keep the power that represents sex. According to one of the articles written by one of the greatest linguistics that have studied the language universe, we discover that particularly mass media, it's a power that provokes people uh, ways of thinking. I mean, people's ways of interpreting the reality. It means that through mass media, how it is in touch, or those means of communications are in touch with the hundreds and thousands of millions of people, they can provoke or they can manipulate people to think in a specific direction. This is the way that our governors or the people who govern the world are using to manipulate our consciousness. It is particularly in this kind of countries such as Colombia, where some means of communications, such as magazines, for example, Semana, or such as radio stations such as uh, Blue Radio or W Radio, that have some reporters or that have some journalists, quoted journalists, who are not very professional at giving the information that it is supposed to be given. And they use those microphones to communicate political ideas, to express their points of view in order to protect groups, economical groups. These kind of radio stations, magazines, newspapers, etc., do this way of manipulating people because they correspond to, or they are protected, or their owners correspond to a social group that usually are in the in the social status, and they don't want to lose that social status. For example, they were part of the last government, or they are part of the corruption, or even part of families of the drug dealers. And it happens because they are using the means of communication to control or to provoke people, poor people, uh, absent-minded people, uh, people who are not very critic in their points of view. They use those means of communication to manipulate their opinions. So they have a group of people who usually act or react against some political aspects in this country, but without any knowledge in that people who are not very well educated, who are not very critic, usually take a part in a kind of debate between the two political big tendencies that we have got in this country, which are, well, which are named the right and the left. Our government, the last one, this one that is governing the country, Mr. Petro, he is showing some results after 20 years of being controlled this country, but an elite of governors or presidents that uh, have been taking money, robbing money from our taxes. This new president is just trying to change the situation and just trying to give the poorest people the opportunity to achieve at least their minimal goals, such as having good um, roads to come to their homes, or for example, uh, such as building a new um, social and health system, or for example, um, giving the opportunity to poor people to go to university to study without paying anything, or just paying attention to those who were abandoned by other governments in the past. For example, those Indians in the Guajira, right? But the opposite side, I mean, the right, the left, the right-handed political politicians, they don't like these kind of changes because they got used of receiving the benefits of the government, things that passed through the, for example, agroingresos seguro, when the president of the epoch gave the possibility to one of his ministers to give the big amounts of money to rich people instead of giving that money to poor people to produce food. Even that president, which I don't want to mention, but everybody knows who he is here in Colombia, took money for himself from the same taxes by using the same economical strategy in order to quote repair or make maintenance of a district that that land was taken by himself in with another decree. So it means that this president took money from our taxes and took lands from the government to his own benefits. And of course, this kind of politics, policies of the government were interpreted by all our population as something normal. So that is why the corruption of our country took many situations and took in many situations uh, nothing uh, any point to be compared in the past. And this is what is happening at the moment. At the moment, this government is just trying to change these terrible situations, just trying to give the poor people the opportunity, for example, to receive the benefits of the government. For example, in the for old people over 80 years old, they are going to receive about 2,050 250,000 pesos per month, while in the past they were receiving only 80,000 pesos. So those benefits should be for the poor people, not for the rich people. Unfortunately, during 20 years of being manipulated by mass media. Colombian poor people learned how to defend their betrayers, how to defend rich people. And this is the best product of this way of manipulation, that that have been used by the means of communication. Group of poor people defending the policies of the rich people that take from their taxes for their own benefits. It is incredible. Thank you for your attention to my channel, and thank you for your opinions and commentaries. I will attend them according to the time I have got. Thank you very much. I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Bye.